Morning, guys. I wanted to make a video to discuss two different styles of run and gun hunting that are kind of competing styles right now. I want to say right up front that I like to have every tool in my toolbox that I can. So for me, it's never an either or. There's certain things that I kind of gravitate towards, and everybody's got to find what style is going to work best for you, where you're hunting, you know, your strengths, your weaknesses, that sort of thing. But I just wanted to give you a comparison, especially for new guys that are just getting into saddle hunting and want to compare different methods and why we choose to do things a certain way. So really, you know, for run and gun style hunters, I would say what most guys have been doing in the past has been trying to, you know, carry a light lock-on stand and generally using sticks or steps. A lot of guys are using the Wii steps, and all that stuff's great. And there's a lot of ways, you know, there's guys out there that are shaving weight off of their setup by modifying sticks and doing different things. And all those things are great. You know, I did the same thing. Right here I have a Hawk Helium stand. That stand is about 12 pounds with the buckles on it and everything. I have 4 XOP sticks. These are stock sticks. I didn't cut them down or anything, but I modified them by putting stealth strips, and I put some rope mods so that I can get onto some bigger trees than what the buckles would allow me to do. But total weight with this package, what you see here, of 4 stock XOP sticks and a Hawk Helium stand, we're looking at around 27 pounds of weight right here. One of the reasons that I really gravitated towards saddle hunting was I have some locations that I like to get way back in the woods. I might be 1.5 miles, 2 mile walk back in, and for me to hump in 27 pounds of gear just to sit in the tree and climb the tree, you know, it's just that much more work. I'm a pretty healthy guy. I'm pretty strong, but you know, when you're humping that amount of weight 1 mile or 2 back, and especially when you're carrying in aluminum, sometimes you're going into some thick areas, you're going through brush and saplings, there's the potential of making some noise. I wanted to find a way that I can do it a little bit more efficiently. So what we did is we originally started getting into saddle hunting, and we started using the saddle, which is what I'm wearing right now, and you'd always have your pack. Now, I mean, this setup that you see here, if you were hunting, if I was hunting with this setup, everything you see here would have to come with me. I have my backpack with all my gear. I got, you know, my range finder, my binoculars, my water, any gear that I need to carry. I mean, if I want to carry some extra clothing, everything, I'll always carry a pack. I might go a little bit lighter and use a fanny pack, but if I'm going for an all-day sit, I'm probably going to have everything that you see here. So, you know, it's a considerable amount of weight. It's 27 pounds just in my stand and sticks. Then with my pack, with my gear and my bow, you know, you got to be looking at probably close to 37 pounds, something like that, you know. So if you contrast that to saddle hunting, I don't need anything that you see there. So I just shaved off 27 pounds right away. I'm still going to carry all my gear in my pack, my bow, and you might say to yourself, okay, well, how are you going to get up the tree? I could take my sticks, and in some cases I still do. We still use sticks. I climb using the DRT method, and that's a climbing method with a rope. It requires you to throw a throw ball up into a tree and climb in with an arborist method. You can look at some of our other videos that we have on the channel to see how we do that. It's just one method that we use. We don't use it in every situation. I do use my sticks sometimes if I have an area where I don't have a lot of trees with lateral limbs, or very tall straight trees. I might opt to go with my sticks. But if I do that, I'm carrying in, you know, I'm carrying in some extra weight. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and take my sticks off. Typically, what I try to do is climb DRT, So all I need when I'm climbing DRT is what you see here. I wear my saddle in right from the truck, very comfortable. You don't even feel like you have it on. And then in my pack, I carry my climbing method. I have a throw ball and 100 feet of throw line, and I carry 75 feet of Predator 11.4 millimeter Samson Predator climbing line. And this is what we use to get up in the tree. So, you know, as you can see, if I just, right here, I just shaved off, you know, 27 pounds of weight to go in and climb. And I can get in there pretty efficiently, quietly, and get up there. One of the things that we like to do, I scout most of my locations out. Some guys are going to be like truly run and gun, where they're going out first time blind. And with the method that we like to use, DRT, that's a little bit more difficult, because number one, you're not going to do that in the dark, because it requires us to get a throw ball up over a limb to get our line where we need it. And if you're going to be going in dark and, you know, first time, maybe that method isn't your preferred method. And that's why, like I said, we want a bunch of tools in the toolbox. If that's what I'm going to do, maybe I take my sticks with me that day. But here I've got, you know, some versatility. You know, sitting in a saddle is it's actually very, very comfortable. I can sit all day, no problem in my saddle. What I didn't bring out here, and I should have, I just realized it, I also carry a small Predator platform with me. My Predator platform will sit right inside my pack. So I could literally carry everything I need, a platform, my climbing method, in here. And you know, it still just seems to me to be a little bit more efficient if I want to get way back there. But there's nothing wrong with, you know, there's a lot of guys, hey, you know, people have been killing deer out of tree stands with sticks and steps forever. They're going to continue to do that. I'm going to continue to do that. I like doing both. But it just, maybe the situation will dictate what I'm going to do. I just feel that, you know, I can, in most cases, utilize this method a little bit more effectively. In my case, we try to scout out all of our locations, and what we like to do is throw preset paracord loops in the trees that we plan on hunting. We leave them in there. This way we don't have to go in the woods, throw a throw ball the day we're hunting. And, you know, when you're doing it that way, there's potential for making a little bit more noise, more movement, that kind of thing. If I've got a paracord loop in there, I can walk in there, tie my climbing line to it, pull it all the way over, and just sneak up the tree. And it's real quiet and easy. So if you do it that way, you want to do a little bit of a little preset scouting and that sort of thing, and that'll really help you out. But, you know, I still have my stuff here. You know, there's some people, you know, I remember when guys were first coming out with the saddles and talking about things, they got so into the saddles, like, oh, I'm going to sell all my tree stands, and you know, I'm going to, you know, you don't need to do that. I think it's probably a better idea to have more tools, you know. So I just wanted to explain the differences between the two styles, and you can compare them and see what works for you. There's as I said, I climb DRT. There's also SRT. SRT is a really great way of climbing as well. It's actually a little bit easier than climbing DRT. However, it requires a little bit more gear. It's more metal parts, so you got to be careful of not knocking them together and making any unnatural sounds. But you can climb, you know, maybe a little bit more weight, because you just got a couple of more pieces of equipment that you got to bring, but it's not that much in weight, and it's a very effective, light, easy way to get up in a tree. Hardest part of all that is getting your throw line and your line where you need it in a tree. That there is a little bit of a learning curve with all that. As there is with all of this, you're going to find that if you go out, if you're new to like a run and gun style hunting, and you buy climbing sticks, you're going to want to practice with those too, because when you go out the first day hunting, if you just buy sticks, you never used them before, and you go out and try to use them, you're going to find yourself being a little bit awkward and clunky, making some noise and everything. So all of this stuff requires a little bit of practice, but you can get really efficient and really quiet either way. You just have to decide what method you want to use in the certain circumstances and what works best for you. So I hope this helps give a little bit of an explanation for any of you guys that are kind of on the fence and don't really understand what's the big idea with saddle hunting, and why bother going to it. As you can see here, right here, everything I have on this side is everything I need to go and get in the woods. If I was going to go and use the stand and sticks, basically take everything over here, and I've got to take everything. And for some guys, that's the way they want to do it. If they want to go that route, by all means do it. Some of these stands are very, very comfortable, and you might find that a stand is more comfortable than being in a saddle. So you just got to find out what works best for you, and do that. So hope that explains the differences here for especially any of you new guys. Really hope that you guys like the content, some of the stuff that we're putting out. We're going to try and bring you as much saddle hunting related content as we can. We're going to be filming our hunts this year. We haven't been out much. It should be out right now. It's actually a pretty good morning, but I thought it was going to rain, so I didn't plan on getting up, and I'm kind of kicking myself right now. But it is October 9th, and things are just starting to heat up a little bit. Starting to see some more deer. I've seen a lot of guys getting some kills. So keep a lookout for our videos. We're going to try to video all our hunts this year. Hopefully we'll have something exciting to share with you. And anytime we can come up with any topics that we feel will be relevant for guys that are getting into saddle hunting, we're going to bring them to you. And hopefully it's something that you get a benefit out of. All right. So if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you like and subscribe to our channel. Also follow us on New York Saddle Hunter Forum on Facebook. It's a little bit easier when guys have questions for us to go back and forth. I've even had some guys that had some issues with climbing, trying to learn how to climb DRT. I've even given them a call and FaceTimed them so that I can see what was going wrong, the mistakes they were making. So we can't always do that, but we'd like to help out anybody we can. That's why we do this stuff. So it's a lot of fun for us. So be safe, be safe, and best of luck to you.